time for us to go live. So, hello everybody. Welcome to our June forecast with Spiritual Business Spotlight. And today I'm talking to Alexandra Karakopoulou. She's in Greece, in Athens, and she is going to be sharing her overviews for the month of June according to astrology. And she's telling us, hello, first of all. Hello.
Hello there! Hello from Athens, Greece, near the sea, here in Rafina, in this exotic, nice place. Yeah, I'm Alexandra Karakopoulou. I'm a psychological astrologer, as you might know. For the most of us that are watching, they know us already. And for those who are new, here we are. We are sharing our predictions about the month, about June this time. Astrology and tarot with my spiritual sister, Suzanne.
Hello. And my name is Sue Ellis-Saller, and I am a tarot reader and life coach. And I am joining you from outside of Vienna, Austria today. The weather is wonderful. I'm loving it and ready for summer. And Teresa says hello.
Hello, Teresa. Hello. Hi there.
I should share this really quick with my
people. Okay. We have this beautiful summer month, which is not the easiest month of all. I would say it's the easiest month. It started already with Mercury retrograde, and this stays for a long time until the 22nd. Yeah. We have to be patient. We have, great to see you too. Oh, great. And also we have an SOS day on the 14th of the month, which is a day where we should all be careful because it's an exact square of Saturn and Uranus. It's an exact square. When I say exact, I say exact. I mean, the grades are really exact. And since those planets are like planets who confront each other and they are father and son, as we talked about before, we have confrontations that we should avoid. We should be careful on the 14th. It's going to be a fiery, let's say, atmosphere. So we should be careful. But most of things are happening in the politics. Most of things are happening in the social level. So yes, we will feel that energy too, but most of the things are happening on a, let's say, global, environmental, and political and social level. Also, we have another eclipse, since we are now between two eclipses. It's really a very strong, very, let's say, roller coaster feeling like an environment at this moment. Everything is happening. The ups and downs are crazy at this moment. We have a new eclipse, this time a solar eclipse on the 10th of June in Gemini. And it's also the new moon, everything together, like a very nice planetary salad. And we also have a full moon on the 24th in Capricorn, which has to do more about job issues, professional things, professional life, and things with state, with legal things. All those things are coming up. So whoever did something that was not supposed to do, hey, Leslie, hello. Hi. So we have to be careful. So I'm just saying that before we're starting, because these dates are really important and you have to get the feeling and the atmosphere of this month, which is a bit peculiar.
Yes.
It is. It sounds like, and it is. I mean, wow, it's a lot of things to handle and a lot of things to process. This is why I'm saying it's a peculiar month, because the energies are, we have both energies. We have light and shadow at once.
Right.
In one day, it can happen a lot of times. and small things that are not, I mean, retrograde, Mercury retrograde, come on.
Yeah. I mean, really with the retrogrades, a lot of it, I have to say, I have to admit that I'm always like, oh, I need to update my blog and my website. And then I'm like, oh, I broke it. Always during Mercury retrograde. But it's also a really good time to reevaluate your words that you have on your website. So if you feel like your text might be out of date, or you need to look over the way that you're communicating with other people, it can be a really nice thing. But you were saying that June 22nd, is that the square day?
Oh, the square is the 14th square. 14th of June, we have an exact square of Uranus and Saturn. But I'm saying that maybe we're not gonna feel it very hard on ourselves, but it's gonna be on a global level. But a lot of things are happening at this moment. And we spoke about it before, but people you're gonna see, we're only at the beginning. It's a roller coaster. Definitely. And more.
Oh, sorry. You've been saying since the beginning of the year, really.
Since the beginning of the year, and it's a process that it's not gonna stop now. It's gonna stop on 2024, 2025. I know. I feel so,
judgment reversed for this. So that just means like really pay attention, because it's not over. The cycle is not over. It's, like you said, it's just beginning. But we also really need to watch what we're standing in judgment of and for, and take the time out to evaluate. Like, a lot of people just roll with whatever energy comes towards them, and judgment, when it's upright, is about taking the lessons that you've learned in the past and applying them to your present situation in order to move forward, in order to close out a chapter so that you can begin another one. But seeing it reversed shows me that a lot of people are going to get caught up in that fear factor, or that almost like backwards thinking factor, where and so try, if you find yourself getting stuck in those spinning thoughts of fear, really try and see if you can consciously catch yourself in that, and then take that fear and say, is this real?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. So
fear. You said fear. This is a key word, fear, for me, because of all of these things that are happening. You see what's happening with the vaccine. You see what's happening with all these things, with traveling, with safe traveling, with safety, with a lot of discussions are happening now about where did this coronavirus came from. Did it came from a lab?
Right.
I think so. So a lot of things are being hidden. The truth is not the truth, what we hear. So you can understand a lot of people are really, it's like you're like in two halves of your brain is in two halves. And one half says yes and the other says no. And this happens simultaneously. Hey, yeah. Oh, we're looking forward to every month.
This is our time to catch up too, and I love hearing what your insights are for the month ahead and learning from you as you're going through what's going on. And yeah.
Yes, and I spoke about this before, and I'm always gonna speak about it more and more, because I like to, let's say, through my prognosis and through my astrological things and through my energy stuff that I'm doing, I like to, let's say, make people feel more secure. It's not the end of the world. It's only the end of the world as we know it, as a song says.
Fine.
REM, yeah. I mean, yes, it is. It's totally, and it's not gonna be like a meteorite is coming and crashing Earth, or a plane crash is coming and 100 people are gonna die now when we're talking about these incidents. But it is an electrifying atmosphere, and the most And it's a weird thing because we have to be very careful what we choose. It's about choices. We spoke about this before. You see, it's like a preparation of this whole new thing that's coming, and it's like you're gonna be tested every month. Each month hides a new level. It's like you're playing Donkey Kong and you're level 2, level 3.
Right.
And you have to go on. And of course, we have to be careful. Of course, we have to take care of ourselves and of our people, because people are not feeling well at this moment. And it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous at the moment. And some media, I mean, in Greece, we have a lot of TV, a lot of channels. I mean, it's amazing what's happening here. A lot of newspapers, people are talking all the time in small windows, you see them all the time. In another country, you don't see or you hear anything. In Austria, it's something different. It's really happening.
Right.
And we have to be careful. And this month is a month, again, it's a month that says warning, warning, warning. If I could take an overall and to put a title on this month, I would say warning.
Okay. So for June, it's going to heat up. So
yes, until the 22nd, sorry, for sure. Because it's not helping. I mean, you're gonna do your stuff, you're gonna move on. I'm not saying that it's not gonna happen, but it's taking more effort to achieve your goals, much more. It's like somebody is putting the brakes all the time. Brakes, 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 brakes. Oh my God. And something small is happening in between, something that you didn't wait for it, something unpredictable, which takes the whole program, which smashes it in 100 pieces, in 1,000 pieces, because, I mean, you program stuff and something's happening between, and then what's happening? Nothing. Or yes, it's happening, but you have to be careful of the small letters. You have to be careful what you're saying, what you're doing, don't take anything for granted this month until the 22nd. Try, at least try. Even if you organize it something and you have to, do it, but do it with caution. Do it with, be careful. I know what I'm talking about.
it's good to start out with that warning and to know to, like, forewarned is forearmed. If you have that prior knowledge, then you give yourself a little bit more space and grace to be able to change plans quickly,
Yes.
to have a little bit of backstock so you don't have to run to the store and buy once, so hamster kaufen, they say here. So, make sure that you're prepared for whatever comes up.
Of course.
Yeah. Not to let fear take over your whole life and your whole demeanor and everything that's going on. So
no fear, please, no fear. I've done this before. I mean, I'm also afraid about the whole situation. Of course, we're afraid at the moment, but it's not a good thing. We shouldn't let fear overcome you, because you're gonna take the wrong decisions. We all know that. We're human. We make mistakes. Come on, let's face it. But we can protect ourselves. We can protect ourselves. It's important to protect ourselves and our loved ones and people who are listening to us, maybe. Who knows? Do you have a card for the month?
I'll pull another one.
So, yeah, I want another one.
What's the shadow of the month? The Hermit. I really like this card. Take a step back, realign with your center, find peace, be your own leader and light. And like you said, take care of those around you, because people might be looking to you to be their guiding light throughout this. And the Hermit is calm. He's removed himself from the hustle bustle hectic world that everybody else is involved in, and he's found himself outside of society in some cases. So I think this is a really good, calm, centering card for the month.
It's good. I think it's very good, and it takes and it says a lot of the month. You're gonna hear now the whole. Everything has that in common. You're gonna see that. So we're starting with Aries.
Yeah, Aries.
Oh, Aries! June hides open fronts and planetary vibrations. My impulsive Aries, a lot of vibrations. Finances need attention and collaborations even more. Be careful of that. On the 10th of the month, that we said, a solar eclipse takes place in the communicative Gemini with the new moon, in which the retrograde planet of communicative Mercury also participates. So a lot of things are happening. All or nothing. Pay attention to the words, the conversations, the information you get, since it's everything is like really floating in the air and nothing is like 100% sure. So from June 11th onwards, the atmosphere relaxes and your dynamism returns to normal. The full moon on the 24th of the month, the workaholic Capricorn, intensifies the concerns and reminds you that the sacrifices are here to be made. So the choice lies in your hands.
A chance to work harder.
Uh-huh.
Like trying to listen and type. And
I know. Yes, please. Attention, attention.
yes, pay attention to communication.
Yeah.
And that, Four of Cups. Now, this is something for an Aries, like you said, during the middle of the month, they might be a little relaxed. And for Aries, fire, 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 go, 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 go. So it might be a little bit boring, but enjoy the silence, enjoy the boring, and really, kind of use this as a time to recenter in your emotions as well, because that is something that will be necessary in the long run for you to maintain your balance, Aries.
In this roller coaster thing that's happening, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, and Aries has a lot of fire, as you said, and impulsiveness, and they will step back. They will have to step back. It's not happening otherwise. It cannot. So we go on to Taurus. June brings small delays and crucial financial developments for you, my stable Taurus. Loosen up. Again, you're going to hear it a lot this time. It's not easy to have a retrograde Mercury to put a brake on your plans. I know. Trust the people you know well and clarify your discussions and plans for any collaborations, because you will find them on your way. You see it. You see the obstacles. On the 10th of the month, this solar eclipse, which takes place in the communicative Mercury, I said Gemini, of course I have Mercury on my mind with the new moon, where your finances are directly affected. So financial things, be careful. Anxiety and worry will not be absent until the 22nd of June, where Mercury leaves his retrograde moves. Your family issues are on fire and require your special attention. But also pay attention to small incidents and accidents. The full moon on the 24th on Capricorn brings you to the center and stimulates your eroticism. But keep your personal life away from your professional life. Don't mix them up.
Okay. Good advice for everybody.
Yeah. Actually for everybody, but mostly this month for Taurus.
And see, the Two of Cups comes up here, and this is an affirmation of that last part of what you said, where romantic interests and partnerships are going to be coming to the forefront for Aries. And oh gosh, Let's see. Hang on a second. Delete.
Yeah.
Block user. Bye, dude. Somebody had some kind of protection for somebody's spiritual injury.
Oh. Oh.
So Taurus, this month, like Alexandra said, there is going to be some summer love and coming up for you here. But as Alexandra also said, make sure that you are keeping your relationships in their tight little neat boxes, because sometimes you don't want that overflow from work and partnership to come into play here. But definitely be on the lookout for a new person coming into your life, a new relationship, a new romantic interest. So got another from that person. Okay. Buddy. So
This can happen. Yeah, of course. We're live. This happens, of course. What I want to say about Taurus, it's like they have the Uranus. We have Uranus in Taurus for 7 years, for more 6 years, 6 years now. Yeah, and a lot of things are happening in relationships, but not only in interpersonal relationships. I mean, also in professional life. So this is why you have to be careful.
yes.
And this is, I think, this duality is coming up. It's yes. And we go on with Gemini. Gemini is the zodiac sign of the month. It's the birthday month of Gemini. Of course, my mom is a Gemini. A lot of people are Gemini, which I know. So, with your planet, the communicative Mercury retrograde, you can imagine what happens for almost all June, huh? Delays. Yeah, happy birthday to you, Gemini. Delays and small obstacles, give and take, confused messages, appointments that never took place, news, meetings, misunderstandings. Everything needs more attention, and to be filtered, the whole interpretation should be filtered, and before making decisions. On the 10th of the month, where we have the solar eclipse in your zodiac sign, with the company of a new moon, where the chaos of communication, of delay on the whole day's peaks. Yeah, I know. Do not lose your temper for any reason, please. Nevertheless, positive economic developments will not be lacking, as well as successful business moves. Look at this. From June 11th onwards, with the dynamic Mars at your side, you will feel your energy skyrocket. Yeah. Beware of hasty decisions. The full moon on the 24th of the month in the workaholic Capricorn sheds light on business issues. Of course, Capricorn, work, you know, it's about work. So it's not so bad for Gemini because it's a month. Yeah, no. Yeah, but Mercury is doing its thing.
Yeah. And Mercury messing with its own house, basically, so its own sign is going to be twice the
beautiful
High Priestess comes up for Gemini, so this is going to be a sign that you need to rely on or tune into your intuition during the month, because that's going to help to lead you. And like Alexandra was saying, sometimes you have to return to your intuitive notions. You have to return to that calm, peaceful place inside of yourself instead of letting yourself fly off the handle. Of course, there are going to be times when you need to speak your mind and emphasize these things, but the High Priestess is more internalizing messages and really getting in touch with your own self and how you're feeling about things. So pay attention. Like Alexandra said, pay attention to what's going on around you. Try to center within yourself. Look before you leap. Don't let yourself get caught up in the energy of the month, even though it is going to be a lot of energy for you. It's still something where she's calm, she's meditative, she's peaceful, she's centered and grounded. And Gemini, that's what you need to be to get through the month.
Basically, you need to be patient this month. We have to be patient. It's not going to be easy. I told you. I mean, we are in between two eclipses. We had the moon eclipse, and now we will have a solar eclipse. Between the eclipses, you have to be careful of the energy, because that means that everything is coming up from the surface, and whatever you didn't work out so well, it's coming up again and again and again and again. So slapping all the time. It's not easy. It's not easy. You get slapped all the time. So we go on with Cancer. What brings June for you, my lovely Cancer? It brings courage and boldness to you. Yes, of course. No matter how much shadow the dark Pluto and the unpredictable Uranus casts on you, your big plans seem to be realized in the long run. Look at this. It happens. With sensual Venus by your side, your love affairs are favored, and whoever is alone from you, it's possible that we'll meet your one and only partner will make the difference. Look at this, please. On the 10th of the month, with the solar eclipse in Gemini, and of course with the new moon, that makes you feel more introvert and tired. You might feel more introvert and tired. But this will also pass. The retrograde communication from Mercury until the 22nd brings delays and problems in communication. We hear that all the time. It's really here. It's happening. So pay attention to the hidden thoughts, okay, and feelings, and as well as to their recipients. Be careful how they will take that. It's important. The full moon of the 24th in the workaholic Capricorn sheds light on the wounds of the past. Time to reconcile with them. What are you waiting for? Whoa, this was a whoa.
And especially, knowing Cancer and how emotional they are and how very sensitive to begin with. And so seeing that they have to be doubly sensitive and protect themselves and the other people is just walking sideways towards what they want, like Cancers do. I get the Knight of Cups reversed, and this to me is a double indication that they really need to be in charge of their emotions, because Knight of Cups upright is disconnected from his emotions. He's in a way he's disconnected, but in a way it's just immature emotion. But when it's reversed like that, I feel like it can become a thorn in the person's side. Like it's almost like an irritation that, continues to bother them. And so they might, be so emotionally involved and overcharged that they don't know how to handle it. And so this is something that's like, take a deep breath and a step back and, go into your shell for a little bit if you need to kind of process what's going on. But yeah, don't let it affect you.
Yes, so, of course, with communicative Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
You can imagine that when a Capricorn feels like, Capricorn is traditionally an introvert. But if a Capricorn wants to express the feelings and the recipient, as I said, does not understand the word or understands, let's say, the false meaning of the whole thing, it's going to be a disaster. Because if communication fails, and it fails bad, then it takes a lot of time to heal the wounds, or it never heals. It always stays in minds and the hearts. So it's very important to be very careful. This is why maybe the card came up also. Stay where you are, be a little bit introvert, feel a little bit sensitive, oversensitive, but don't communicate too much your deepest emotions at the moment until the 22nd. Please listen to me. I'm not saying it like this. If you feel that you have in front of you a person that you really trust that would not misunderstand your feelings, whatever comes, then it's another story. Then speak. And believe me, this person will never misunderstand. But if something else is happening. You have good friends. Take your very good friends with you, and they will understand you. So until the 22nd, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And watch romantic movies if you want to cry and be introverted.
Or go travel, be bold and courageous, because you said that at the beginning of the month they're going to be bold and courageous, but observe and keep your mouth shut.
Beautiful. This was a very nice advice for all the people. Shut up and go through this. You see what Mercury is doing? You see? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's hot. So, we're going with Leo. So many contradictions for you. Challenges, tensions. Yeah, I know. You're glamorous, but the tension is here. You want professional recognition, but also you want your personal life to finally settle down. I feel you. With the retrograde communication planet Mercury up to the 22nd of the month, doing things up and down in communication, travel, work in general, irritation is not missing from everyday life. Yeah, I know you feel it. How much zen can you become now? How much? On the 10th of the month, with the solar eclipse, which takes place in Gemini, with the new moon and the communication chaos, it intensifies everything. Pay attention to words and promises. The full moon on the 24th and the workaholic Capricorn brings to the surface an old but persistent health issue. Yes, from 27th onwards, with essential Venus in your zodiac sign, your summer mood changes and prepares you for a very romantic July. Huh? It's good, isn't it?
Love that.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I got the Ace of Cups reversed for them. Really, in June, it isn't going to be about love, for them. Like you said, July, it's going to come up. It might be a time also to reevaluate your relationships and partnerships right now, because if there's something that you're involved in that's really not fitting right now, like you said, it might be like there's this place in them in this month where they're trying to find that adoration, but they might not be receiving it, or they're trying to find that peace, but they might not be able to find it. So they have to be really honest with themselves and not avoid pulling a Band-Aid off in order to help the healing move along a little bit quicker.
It's not going to be easy, Susan. It's not going to be easy for Leo, for nobody. You hear it. It's a very interesting month again. Leos, I know what you're feeling. And you're fire sign, of course. And you are the sun sign, so it's important the way you present yourself. It's all about presentation and social status and professional status. It's important. It's in your guts. And if you didn't have it until now, something is going wrong. I'm sorry to say that. But this is typical Leo. And when they feel so insecure, they're insecure. The insecurities are coming up for Leos, and this is not, let's say, normal for them. So this is happening, as you said. Emotional status brings them off balance. And this is something that they don't like. They don't like to be sent off balance. And this is where you have to be really like, calm down. This month, it's not so balanced. It's not a balanced month. You have to work hard to find your balance. This is why I said Zen and Om, because you have to meditate a lot, and you don't like meditation. You cannot concentrate. I know. But you have to. I don't know. Go and go alone to the beach. Go alone. A lovely walk on the beach. Or if you don't have the beach, just go for a walk and try to relax, or stay alone in the beautiful living room that you have. Listen to some music, listen to some jazz, listen to something that relaxes you. Do something to relax you, because you're going to feel the tension. Tension. We'll move on with Virgo. And I spoke about balance, didn't I? Okay.
Yeah.
Keep your balance because you're going to need it also. June has a dreamy and dark Poseidon on the one hand. And on the other hand, you have the retrograde communication, Mercury, to create parasites in conversations, discussions, jobs, and arguments until the 22nd of the month. On June 10th, a solar eclipse takes place, of course, as we spoke about on Gemini with the new moon, which brings ups and downs in business matters. Manage everything calmly and logically, keeping a small basket also on the side. Love or even romance, even as a mood, is constant here and will give you joy in the way, but maybe only as a mood, okay? I'm saying. The full moon on the 24th in the workaholic Capricorn brings you open accounts of the past and you have to face them. So face the past. From the 26th of June and onwards, the central Venus brings you good news and even favors the acquisition of a child. Maybe you could be a parent, who knows? Ooh.
So for Virgo, I got the Hanged Man.
Oh.
About really finding your center, like you said, finding that balance. She's balanced, but this is a card also that means not only finding your balance, because that would be more like justice or whatever, but the fact is you have to step back, you have to find your peace and your calmness. And this is a card really of recentering in your own head, getting in touch with your higher self in order to move yourself forward, and really a card of calm and peace, finding calm and peace, like you said, because you're going to need it this month. And so the Hanged Man is definitely a card of stopping what's going on, really working from your own enlightened phase, and really making sure that you make the space and the time to find that enlightened phase, rather than, like we were saying earlier, kind of being swept along with the energy of the moment.
Yes, and not only that, I want to say, maybe I have a thing, an intuition. I spoke about business things. I think that Virgos are having business issues at this period because they haven't decided, maybe 100%, most of them, not all of them, most of them maybe, or all those who have an ascendant, because we spoke every time we say, people, listen to your zodiac sign and your ascendant sign. Both of them count. And the personal planets where you have them, like Moon and Venus and Mars, you have to be careful. Listen to them. So, business things. That means that maybe you are not happy where you are at the moment in a business level. So maybe also this Hanged Man is this feeling that you cannot, let's say, act as you wish. You feel bounded. You feel like, because you know why I'm talking about this? Because I have in my mind the tarot card of the mythological, the mythic tarot that I have. You know my tarot cards, which the Hanged Man is Prometheus. Prometheus was the one who was hanged on the cliff, upside down, of course, always Hanged Man, and he was not dead. He was alive, but his liver was like. And every day a big bird was coming and an eagle came and took a piece of the liver. Every day. So maybe also, as you said, they are in this mental thing that they cannot take themselves out of it. They wish to, but they cannot. So it's like a twilight zone at the moment, the balance. They have to find the balance. Perfectly said. Perfectly said, Susan. It goes 100%. It matches, definitely. So we go on with Libra. Contradictory events. Again, strange moods and dilemmas for you. Oh my God, you have dilemmas. Even if your plans are perfect, well designed, you will run into small difficulties or obstacles. I'm so sorry, but you know, the communicative Mercury, which is retrograde until the 22nd of the month, creates confusion, yes, and prevents the correct development of situations. This is what he does. But it will pass, however. I mean, it's only 10 days, 20 days. No, almost 20 days. Who cares? On the 10th of the month, with the solar eclipse in the communicative Gemini, and together with the new moon, invites you to pay attention to even to every word in your proposals, every word, even to the end that you put, the yes that you put, the no that you put. Be careful of the words you're choosing. Choose carefully. Rely on good and dear friends and listen to their opinion. You will need it. The full moon on the 24th of the workaholic Capricorn takes you out of your balance, unfortunately, and sheds light on plans that were left however in the middle, which require solution here and now. You cannot escape. I'm so sorry, but this is not the most perfect month for you.
Wow. So I got the King of Pentacles that came up, and he's really grounded, secure, stable. He's got his financial situations in order. He's motivated, but he's not, there's the motivation of the King of Wands. That's all fire. And this is more the motivation of setting up, what is that called? Not an empire, but a legacy. And so sometimes when we get the kings or the court cards, which is the kings, queens, the knights, and the pages, it's encouraging you to take on these characteristics for yourself. And so from what you were saying, it is going to be really important for Libras to get grounded, to cling to stability as much as they possibly can, and to focus, perhaps instead of focusing on things that they can't really control or are outside of their realm, turn your thoughts towards how can you make some money, how can you create stability around you, what can you do to bring more grounding and security into your life.
They have dilemmas, big dilemmas. And you see that this is, decisions to be made. But, Mercury doesn't help. So again, listen to your good friends, to people that you really trust. It's really important. You may feel better. Yeah, you'll feel better. You see, it's a person, it's a personality. So.
Yeah, and it could be somebody that they need to actually take advice from as a mentoring person, or somebody who comes into their life who's going to be loyal. So you see the dog sitting there, going to be very grounded and secure in their own life. So turn to those kind of people, like you were saying, and find that.
I know, it's important. It's going to happen. Yeah. And now we're going on with our beautiful sign. Let's hear it for Scorpios. Crazy Scorpio ladies. Yeah. So you may feel more, let's say, light mentally this month. Maybe you feel it's like easier. Some erotic mood is here. Beautiful triangle of central Venus and like a Jupiter to bless you, make the atmosphere somehow magical. You wish, yes, of course, you wish it happens, but don't forget about the retrograde Mercury until the 22nd of the month, which bother us, with relevant delays and minor misunderstandings and postponements. On the one hand, you want to revolt, and on the other, want to close and not pay attention to anyone. Two lives in one life. Yeah, I know. On the 10th of the month, a solar eclipse takes place on the communicative Mercury, Gemini, again the Mercury, my God, with the new moon, which brings everything like that has to do with financial matters. Do you feel a little bit oppressed? Nah, Your idea. The full moon on the 24th of the month in the workaholic Capricorn brings you back to your steady path. So you'll feel the steadiness, stability. You have been carrying lots of weights lately, but you know, everything will pass.
Well, like, oh, darn, but like you said, everything will pass. And the Queen of Swords comes up, and I love this. She's like the bitch of the tarot. But
oh my God.
There are times when we need to bring our energy up from our hearts to our heads and really make good decisions that are based on fact and on reality and on analysis and on moving forward and on looking at things very clearly. And so Scorpio, this month right now, like you said, we might feel a little lighter mentally, but there are going to be challenges. And so the thing is to not take these challenges to heart and to really look at them from a disconnected perspective. Because another thing too is they say that the Queen of Swords isn't connected to her feelings. She's actually, she's using her head to make decisions, and that's so unfeminine in this world and society. So really, if you're Scorpio this month, channel the energy of the Queen of Swords so that you can have that lightness. You can take advantage of the sensuality that you are talking about. You can look at things from a totally different perspective than you would if you were allowing yourself to roll around in the mud and get really thrown off by what comes your way. Take a higher perspective of it.
Yes, and I mean, I have somewhere I noted today. Wait a minute. Okay, I did some readings for myself since a long time ago, but this time I have it here. Focus on other people's good qualities instead of their mistakes. Focus upon solutions, not problems. Keep an open mind to alternative solutions. Scorpios. Yeah, why not? Yeah, this is happening. This is really happening. And I know that it's also a very hard period for Scorpios. Very hard. Decision making all the time. Decision making. Crazy. I've never felt more tired. I've never felt this since the beginning of the month. Maybe since the beginning of the eclipse, the last one. I feel tired. Not because I'm doing things with my body, but I feel tired here.
Yeah, mentally tired.
Mentally tired.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel it, but I feel mentally tired. And it's like, whoa, it's a burden. And you feel it. And I think all of the Scorpios can feel it at the moment. I don't know. It's going to pass, but it takes time and we have to be patient. Again, patient. All the time. Patient. So, Sagittarius. Yes, relationships seem to be going through a crisis, my traveling Sagittarius. Did you think about it well? Did you think it? With the communicative Mercury retrograde until June 22nd, and the solar eclipse in Gemini, and new moon, and everything all together on the 10th of the month, the collaborations, your loved ones, and everything related will be multitude of contradictions. Contradictions again, contradictions. The family worries you, and the plans you make about a move or an acquisition of a descendant, maybe you want to have a child, it would be good to wait for a while. After the 11th of the month, the dynamic Mars is giving you all the necessary energy, and it pushes you to take in your hands, the life in your hands again. So just be a little bit patient. The full moon of the 24th in the workaholic Capricorn brings you many concerns, especially in financial matters. It is Capricorn, of course. Do not make unnecessary purchases or investments right now. Wait and watch out your health. Watch out.
Yeah, the card really focuses again on that health, especially Queen of Pentacles. She's usually health, home, body. She's fine and dandy and everything, in control of everything. When she's reversed, yeah,
Oh, 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 oh.
you know, kind of finding that stability within yourself, not feeling grounded, not feeling like you have your feet rooted firmly in place. And perhaps that's why you were saying, if you're thinking about bringing children into the world or anything like that, take a step back for a moment, put it off for a little while until things get settled down, because it's going to be, like you said, the health, well-being, vitality, and also your ability to feel secure and comfortable in your own home are going to be a little bit unstable this month. Instability is, you know, kind of the main.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Also, for the people who are coming into your life, Sagittarius, make sure that there's nobody that you're inviting in who is bringing chaos with them, because that can throw off your world in ways that you did not expect.
You had the feeling now, huh? You had the feeling now. I saw it in your eyes. You got some ding.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it. Oh.
It's nice to talk to somebody who understands, like when you're doing a reading or anything, and you just get that hit.
I saw it. You got it. I really saw the kick. Oh my God. It was really like boom. Oh. And when you get kicks like that, you people, you should listen. You should listen.
Pay attention. When you get the goosebumps.
Oh.
Yeah, when you're saying something and everything just starts tingling, or when you get that like, oh my gosh, I just got this download of information, like I need to share this with you. Yeah, and those are the parts that really are very, you know, important.
No, I felt it also writing the Sagittarius, and I didn't have a good feeling. Like it's the same happened to me with Libra too. I'm so sorry, Libras out there. A difficulty came up. Like I don't know, whatever. I saw it. So we're going with Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn. On the other hand, hello, Capricorn. You have new ideas, developments, new approaches to life. Wow! I mean, the change is happening since April. I know that. Your finances are neither perfect or completely crap. You're somewhere in between, and in the middle lies the truth. Whether you like it or not, you will have to compromise during this period. You hate it, like I know, but you have to. Okay? Your interpersonal relationships also need special attention. Since various thorns come to the surface that could dissolve everything in one night. So be careful what you're talking about. Calmness and attention into conversations with communicative Mercury retrograde until the 22nd of June. You should be careful. Attention, attention. On the 10th of the month, with the solar eclipse, the new moon, and everything that's happening in Gemini, it comes light and shadow on health and work issues, where any decision should be made with special care. The full moon on the 24th in your zodiac sign will clear the general landscape and will help you to see everything clearly. Good. Good ending.
Nice.
Good ending.
Yeah, and I get the 9 of Wands. So when it's upright, it means you're, protecting and defending what, is yours. When it's reversed, you can stand down, you can finally breathe. You don't have to always have your fists up and always be in defensive posture about what's going on. Take a step back. Like you said, speak with kindness, watch your words, make sure that they say honey attracts more flies than vinegar does. And really, sometimes you don't have to fight every battle that you're invited to, is kind of the thing that comes up here. Sometimes you're completely wrong, sorry to say. And you need to, perhaps take a step back, weigh your words, and don't bring your fist to the party. We'll say.
Yeah, Capricorns have to also find the balance. You see, everything is about balance.
Yeah.
The more we talk about it, the more I get it. It's balance. It's the balance month. Find your balance. Find your balance. This is the warning that I talked about. I mean, warning, balance, warning. Yeah, compromise. They don't like to compromise. Capricorns, compromising. Say to an earth sign to compromise. It's disaster. Okay, let's go to Aquarius. Again, contradictory. Contradictions for you too. I know you're tired of hearing it. I know. Every action has a reaction. And your endurance, I know it's like tested daily. And you really don't know if you should take the mountains or the sea. Like wherever you should go, disappear or stay here. Like go to the village or go to the city. You don't know. Family concerns. Yes, you have family concerns. The communicative Mercury, which is retrograde until the 22nd, does not make the general situation easier, since it creates misunderstandings, delays, small problems, and obstacles. I know. On the 10th of the month, the solar eclipse in Gemini with the new moon makes the atmosphere a little bit difficult at the moment and makes it like you feeling a bit heavier. You may feel your energy a bit low and the behavior of those around you also heavy. Be a little patient. The full moon of the 24th of the month in the workaholic Capricorn puts you in isolation for a while. After this inner cleaning, the sensual Venus will come to put everything in its place.
Well, I like that. So, I mean, I got the Hanged Man reversed. So we were talking about the Hanged Man earlier being a card that's encouraging you to take a step back and find your inner calm and peace and everything. When I see it reversed, it shows me that there's action that needs to be taken right now. They don't have the time or the luxury. And Venus coming in and saving the day at the end of the month for them might be that luxury of time.
Yes.
Time to relax. But the first beginning of the month isn't going to be about relaxation. And that's what you were saying too. They can't decide whether to go left or right, to swim or to take a boat, to go to the city, to go to the country, what to do. And with reverse cards too, sometimes it is, trying to correct course. But it's also a warning, like, you don't have the time. I'm sorry, you don't have the luxury. It's going to be go, go, go for Aquarius in the month of June. So you'll get to catch your breath at the end of the month when Venus steps in and says, calm down. Here's a little bit of a reward for all of the hard work and effort and energy you put in. And I always everything down so that when
you're writing it perfectly. Perfect.
Then it's all in there. And everybody, we do have the blog post available. Everything is available on YouTube right away afterwards. If you want to watch a replay, you can watch that either on YouTube or on Facebook. And then we have everything listed out on the website too. So if you missed something or if you wanted to refresh your memory about what we said, I also include timestamps, so you can just hit a link and go right to the exact place in our session where we start with your sign. So keep that in mind, and I will probably have that up by Sunday. I'm going to give myself tomorrow off. So yeah. Perfect.
And now we go to the last sign of the month, Pisces. Well, Pisces has it a little bit different this time.
Oh.
It's an erotic month for Pisces. Listen to this. Love blooms and for the unattached and normalizes the relationships for those already engaged. I don't mean only engaged, like me. Engaged, I mean engaged in a relationship. In fact, pay attention only to any repulsions and complaint that the dark Neptune can bring to the surface. You know, Neptune is the planet of Pisces. Communication has its issues with Mercury retrograde, of course, until the 22nd of the month, whatever. Delays, misunderstandings, and obstacles will be in the program, the daily program, I should say. Do not lose your humor. You're going to need it on the 10th of the month with the solar eclipse on the communicative Gemini with the new moon that pushes you to make important decisions for your home. Maybe you will move, you will change your furniture, or something you've been waiting for a long time now. The full moon on the 24th in the workaholic Capricorn sheds light on friendships that have endured over time. Do not ask for more than what you get, because you will lose what you already have.
That's interesting. My mom's a Pisces, so yeah, and the Ace of Cups comes up reversed here.
Again, the same card. This never happened before.
And this is a little bit contradictory. We never contradict each other, Alexandra. So to that love thing, but yeah, this is something where they need to pay attention to what's being said, what's not being said, and really, you know, kind of those complaints and little nagging issues that come up. Like you said, this is something, of course, love is sometimes precarious. When it's blooming, especially. So make sure that you're nurturing it, that you're providing it with what it needs, and that you're not. I feel like make sure that you take things in proper perspective instead of overthinking and spinning any kind of complaints, like you said, or something that somebody says. Don't allow it to trigger you, because sometimes none of us is perfect. You know.
No.
Sometimes we do need to examine our own role in our relationships as well as they are blooming too. And so it's really important when these things arise, like you said, don't over ask, don't over grab, don't overestimate, really keep things even, and make sure perspective. I just keep hearing perspective is the key here. Perspective is the key here, because I know Pisces can be very sensitive and emotional. And so make sure if you hear something that you're actually comprehending it in the way that it was intended to be said, and not reading more into it or misinterpreting any kind of messages that you receive.
You see, we have at the end, as I told you, we spoke about that in the beginning, and at the end you see that we have a communication problem this month. We have a communication problem. We have a balance thing. We have a work and health issue, almost to everyone. So what does this mean? This means there are going to be hard days. You're going to feel tired and mentally tired. And also, I know it, the mentally tired doesn't mean that your body doesn't follow this thing, the procedure. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel like your energy is lacking sometimes, or you're going to feel like you're saying your sentences that you're not going to be understood 100% as you wish to. But you have to imagine imagine a party that's a planetary party that's happening up there, and it affects us really all, Because in a way, we have to accept the fact that changes are coming. We are inside all this thing that's happening. It's not going to come overnight. We have to be prepared. We have to go on with all those different levels of testing and like, I don't know, confronting the new area that's already started. So if we don't make the right decisions, and if we don't start see and believe what we see with our own eyes, without interfering or without believing everything we hear, but only from the people that we really trust as we talk about it, how are we going to change, and how are we going to make this world a better place?
Yes.
It's not going to happen. So I know it's a lot to proceed. I know it's a lot to process. I'm the one who's, I understand 100% how it feels. It's not an easy period. We have the COVID. COVID is not gone. COVID is here. And we don't really know what's happening because everything is on a status that's developing. Nothing is 100% clear. So we speak about testing. Yeah. And this month is a hard month because of that, because of the dilemmas, because of the decisions, because of the communication. So it's going to pass, of course. Venus is coming. Susan, Venus is coming.
Woo-hoo, Venus is coming.
Venus is coming.
Like you said, we have to learn how to deal with, miscommunications, or to make sure that we are getting news, open source. That's one of the things that I think a lot of us have been fighting for, not only rights, but transparency, to be able to know what's going on so that we can make informed decisions as people, because that's important for us. We don't, we're gone are the days where we're spoon fed kind of what they, and I'm using that term, facetiously in a way, but what they want to feed us, so we have to really understand that Mercury goes retrograde, 3 times a year, perhaps?
Three times a year.
And so when we get it in our minds and we understand, okay, Mercury is going to go retrograde, so I have to be doubly cautious about how I express myself and how I receive information and perceive
and filter information, for sure. Filter.
Yeah.
Not easy. And because of the technology and the era that we live in, and all this period that we live in, communication is the most important key. Technology goes together with communication. So you can imagine what's happening at the moment. And don't be shocked when you're gonna hear a lot of scandals coming up this time. A lot of misunderstandings, things that we communicate, they don't get communicated well, or they will, but they won't be received from the recipients that you want to be received. Communication is a very complicated thing. It has a lot of levels. You have to master this. It's not easy. You have to be careful, filter, listen, think before you talk. Nobody's doing it 100%. Nobody's doing it. It's human. It's really a human thing. But astrology is here, tarot, energy, all of these things that we're doing, it's helping. It's like a helping hand through these really difficult times. And it's not a coincidence that we started it now, because this is a period that we all needed. We have to prepare ourselves.
Yes, definitely. And if anybody is interested in getting a reading with you, you're open to doing.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You are Alexandra's Universe on Instagram.
Yes. Yeah.
.org.
or theaworld.org, or you're gonna find me from the video. You can post me, you can PM me. It's my, I mean, I can, you can find me everywhere. If you want to find me, you can. You really can find me. I'm not hidden. Even if I'm a Scorpio, I'm not so mysterious in this thing. I like to communicate, since my planet, my personal planet, according to my horoscope, is Mercury. This is my personal planet. I'm a Mercury child.
Nice.
Yeah, and my medium Coeli is in Gemini. I'm a total communication person. I will die if I don't communicate.
I can attest.
Oh no! Disaster. No, and this is my role. This is my role. This is my role in the universe. This is my role to communicate. I know my role. I have to find my funnel.
Yeah. And everybody, we wish you only the best in June. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up and sharing
Thank you
this time
so much
with us. We will be back again on the first Friday in July. Hopefully, yeah, that's before vacation and everything starts up.
Yeah.
So with that, we will let you go. Trish says, thank you, ladies. Another great session.
Thank you so much, Aries. Many kisses, many kisses.
Yes, and everybody hang on. We're wishing you all the best. So yeah, thumbs tucked, fingers crossed, and yeah, take care. Fabulous one. It will get through. You'll get through it.
Mercury, we don't care.